Greetings, family. I am here with the couple from the Soul Food Joint, Nicole and Eric, and they are going to share their experience about being business owners in the Gambia.
Well, thank you for having us.
Of course.
Yeah,
We are
certainly appreciate it.
we are also excited to be here. When you asked us about doing the interview, for me, I was like, I'm gonna let Eric do
Yeah.
it. But I think it's very important because this journey has been an experience for the both of us, and I think it's good to hear both sides, both perspectives,
Yeah,
coming into business, and it's really been an honor to be able to be here in the land
yeah,
and serve and have our own business and do what we've dreamed of doing. So I'm excited. We've made a year this past December.
Wow. Yeah.
So
and then also your year in business at the end of this month.
okay,
Oh,
yeah,
wow. Y'all got a
Last,
couple of anniversaries.
Yeah.
yeah,
Nice.
last week in January, and as she mentioned, I just echo what she said previously. It's an honor to be in the land that my ancestors were taken from. Possibly the first in my family. You know, and it's just amazing. You want to start on how we got started?
hmm
Yeah.
well, it was. I always tell Eric everything that we do. It comes from a need within us. So we when we first got here, of course, we have two children. One is now 10, and the other is 13. And when we first got here, they were not comfortable with just the transition was difficult for them. They didn't like the food. They didn't like, the way that the Gambia is set up because, it's not structured as it is in the States or in the West.
Mhm.
So they were complaining. They were complaining about their hamburgers, Wendy's, and all of the fast food restaurants
Yeah.
that, which is
Chick-fil-A
no
and
good
all
for
that.
them anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
But they were complaining about those things. And one of the things that I mentioned to Eric, I was like, we should just start a restaurant and just cook the food that our kids like.
Nice. You see that? And this is something I tell people all the time. They go, "Well, Andrea, what business should I open? Can you tell us what businesses are needed?" I said, when you get there and you go to buy something or you want to do something and you realize that you can't,
Mhm.
That's it
that's
right
your
there.
business.
That's an
And
innovation.
y'all are giving the prime example of
Mm-hmm.
that. Y'all are like the model for that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because this is what I tell people all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's exactly. And my daughter, she's the specialist when it comes to making the best hamburgers within the family.
Mhm.
So one of the things I
Nice.
remember a conversation we had before we left, and I told her to make us dinner, and she made us her special hamburgers, and I was like, "Oh, Kennedy," I said, "You need to
I was
make."
like, these
We need
things
to
are
make a burger
good.
joint or something,
Exactly.
Nice.
So we went with that idea after kind of talking it through. We didn't know how we were going to do it because we didn't know how the Gambia was set up to do business. So it was a lot of learning that we
Also,
needed to do.
also in addition, we had no restaurant experience
hmm
prior. I was
Look
in
at that.
banking and she was education.
Y'all was
You
like corporate folks.
Yeah, had nothing to do with owning a restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we just took what we knew, our recipes from our family that were passed down,
Yes.
and so we took those recipes along with some other new ones,
Yeah.
and we just incorporate that into what our family appreciates, and because we are a family and
Yes.
it's a family owned business, we want that feel
Yeah.
Nice.
to be extended to our guests.
And that's why we called it the soul food joint. We wanted it to be something that people could experience and not be intimidated by. Coming to this high class restaurant and you got to follow all the procedures and so forth, but just something that had the customer service of a high class, but the appearance and feel and atmosphere of family.
Nice.
Yeah.
hmm
And you accomplished that.
Oh,
You
Thank
truly have.
you.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
So I'm sitting here thinking, well, maybe I need to just try beef for one day. What's this burger made out of?
Oh, beef.
Is it beef?
It's beef.
Okay, so you know what? It's not that I don't eat beef. I
Yeah.
just don't generally buy it.
Mm-hmm.
But I would try it just to do a review and be like, yeah, yeah, y'all need to hop
Wow.
on
Okay,
this.
well, I'm gonna
Okay.
get Kennedy in the kitchen on that
Well,
one. I
there
want
you
to let her
go.
do
There
it.
you
I'll
go.
let you know
I'll
when
have
she's
to
in
say,
there.
listen, y'all, for y'all
Mhm.
meat eaters, y'all gonna love
Mhm.
this. Yeah.
And as I sat and heard my wife explain it, it brought back some thoughts in my mind because her macaroni and cheese is just like that.
Nice.
It's really really different. And I can remember when we first got together, she wasn't that much of a cooker,
Okay.
because she's from the East Coast, and
I was
fast life. You know,
Word.
I'm gonna do all of this, and then I'm gonna stop and get me something to eat on my way home.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I'm a Southern guy, and the weight of my heart is through my stomach, and so I was like, man, we gotta work out something. So one day we got on the plane, or got in the car rather, and we drove from Texas to Birmingham.